And I said it. I'm gonna react to because obviously this is a year later, but I don't think you understand when I said, you know, but I might read it up. I don't even know. Nah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Goofy by what's his name? Uh, Dirty Doogz. See that Dirty Goods. By the way, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka. See, he says Dirty Good, Drake this, Wiley this, but you know, did he remove it from his channel? No, do you know why? 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 Hold on. I'm gonna put Goofy OG Roots. Yeah, I don't know. See, look, Drake banned from UK. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh wait, but he did have a tune called Goofy. Let me see if I can. Let me see if that was it. Because I'm sure it was this. I'm sure it was this. It must be this. It's not, because why does it say review? Okay, it is. By the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. And this is my reaction video to Goofy by DURRTY DOOGZ, aka Dirty Goods. A Drake diss, but also a Wiley diss. Listen, get me. I'm always gonna respect Wiley, aka the Godfather of Grime, and that. Do you know what I mean? Shout him out. I've got to do my reaction videos to these songs as well. Don't worry, that is coming as well. I'm reacting to more soul solid stuff as well, like all these other stuff. Like I will get into it. You know what I mean? I will format in a way where, you know what I mean. But anyway, let's just keep it moving. Hit the subscribe button. But you're gonna fight. Like, I want you to pay attention because this was before the Pusha T diss to Drake, and also before, before the Pusha T beef, and before, obviously, way before the Kendrick beef properly. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
CLC. Who's Goofy? Every move you've made is fruity. You've got an enormous fan club. Yeah,
and the reason why the reason why he's responding to who's Goofy is because Drake on I believe it was on Radio 1 Extra, and he was responding to Wiley's comments. Do you know what I mean? He was responding because I might have to get into it in another stream to get onto it, but for now, let me just stay focused, yeah. So, because I don't want to go through a rabbit hole of just going through this dot here and this, because there's other things for me to actually generally react to, and you know what I mean. I don't want to go off into a tangent where this ends up being like a 10-hour stream. Not that. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Hit the subscribe button, by the way.
CLC. Who's Goofy? Every move you've made is fruity. You've got an enormous fan club. Yeah, you're an industry groupie. I guess
you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on the subtitles for you guys or the captions, because if you are from America and if you're from America and you're not understanding the word they're saying, I understand, because he does this is basically Grime, and in Grime they like rap fast, and if you don't pay attention, you're gonna, you know what I mean? Let's go. You're not gonna hear what they're saying.
Who's Goofy? Every move you've made is fruity. You've got an enormous fan club. Yeah, you're in.
That's not the lyrics. That is not the lyrics. Hang on. That is not the lyrics. Subtitles. Options. What did I go to last time? Let's do that. There was something else. Hang on. There you go. All right, let's see if that works now. All right. Hope this works. Let's see what happens. That went into another language. Okay. That went into another language, bruv. What's going on? Why is that? Hold on. I'm gonna have to skip all this. Like, I just don't understand why it's coming up in a different language. But if anything, it's just a 5-minute video, so I don't want to
Industry groupie. I guess now you've been around your loopy. On the set talking loosely. You couldn't move me or fire in the booth me. You couldn't papoose or murder move me.
you can't papoose or murder. If you know, you know. Battle rap, let's go.
Who's goofy? Every move you've made is fruity. You've got an enormous fan club. Yeah, you're an industry groupie. I guess now you've been around your loopy. On the set talking loosely. You couldn't move me or fire in the booth me. You couldn't papoose or murder move me. You know roadman now, so you're road proof, but you're not bar proof and you're not flow proof. You'll get a shellings. Someone tell him, I'll bust an M16 in his melon. I get 03 and niggas in the O2. Word to my go-to if I eat and I go chew. You couldn't bring me on a stage when I'm local. I'm a sound boy, I'll blaze your vocals. It's not a sing ting, you've been on a gym ting. I've been on a grime set with Nicky Slim ting.
And you know what's funny? Like, I'm trying to go through this without pausing it too much. But there's things he's saying, you know what I mean? If you really pay attention, he's really like he's coming for his character, basically. The same thing that Pusha T did, the same thing that and the same thing that Kendrick Lamar did. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Because he mentioned you got an enormous fan base, but you know what I mean? You move like a groupie, and you know what I mean? You move like an industry groupie, and that's what he does. That's what he does do. You know what I mean? That's what he does. So I don't know how to explain it, and I'm just trying to figure out to myself, okay, if this is everyone wants to, like, I get it. When it comes to music and someone's at the top, obviously it's always a feeling that they're only dissing them and they only wanna, you know what I mean? They're only dissing them because they're at the top of the game and this, that, and the third. But that's not necessarily like the case here. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me a second. That's not necessarily what it is. It's the thing of DURRTY DOOGZ, aka OG ROOTZ, or DURRTY GOODZ. He responded like this because Wiley wasn't responding in the way that he would normally respond. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So this is why DURRTY DOOGZ said, you know what? Let's do it the old school way. Let's do it on bars. Like, you know what I mean? Let's show, let's show Drake what time it is. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you know what? You can never really fault certain artists when they do things like this. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but does Drake even know him? You know what I mean? Trust me, Drake knows of DURRTY DOOGZ. Do you know what I mean? If you're trying to come to the UK scene, do your thing, yeah. I guarantee you, he knows of DURRTY DOOGZ. If you know about Skepta, get me, you roll with Skepta, you roll with BPK and that, you know about DURRTY DOOGZ. Do you know what I mean? That's as simple as it's gonna get. Get me, you help put Top Boy on back on the screens. You must know about DURRTY DOOGZ. If you do not know, if he doesn't know, then it's even further proves why he's a culture vulture. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to disrespect Drake or anything like that. I'm just saying it in the facts of what a culture vulture is. You know what I mean?
Flow proof, you'll get a shellings. Someone tell him, oh, what's an M16 in his melon?
And he's saying you're not flow proof, and it showed. He lost against Pusha T, and he lost to Kendrick Lamar, and he got a shellings. That's simple as it gets.
03 and niggas in the O2, word to my go-to. If I eat and I go chew, you couldn't bring me on a stage when I'm local. I'm a sound boy, I'll blaze your vocals. It's not a sing ting, you've been on a gym ting. I've been on a grime set with Nicky Slim ting. You was on the internet looking inking. You can't come around like you're the kingpin. I was on the map when you wasn't on the track. From back then, you've been up on UK sack, it's a fact. You ran with Craig Davis style, that's a fact. You only wear Stonies now, that's a fact. But you wish you were born in E3. In East London, we cut back. How many more times are you gonna pirate MCs?
Please. If you know, you know. Hey, see? If you, how else am I gonna explain it? You know what I mean? Nasty Crew. You know what I mean? That's that song. In East London, we back. You know what I mean? Let's go.
I think we won't clock that. You bitten off Grime and bitten off drill. You're the wickedest imitator still. Let me put him on chill, refrigerate your skill.
You see? You bitten off Grime, you bitten off drill. You're the wickedest imitator still. So he's giving him backhanded compliment. That's a backhanded compliment because I said it. His best role is like Drake's best role is Drake is basically a actor playing a rapper. That's his best role. You know what I mean? Because you got to have good skill to be able to actually get this far and convince people that you can actually rap and that you can actually show that you're one of the best in the scene. You know what I mean? And you can go from one culture to another culture to another culture and feel like you fit in. Like, you know what I mean? There was a time, yeah, where I thought, you know what, the way Drake is moving, you might as well give him a British passport and that. I promise you, I did make comments like that. You know what I mean? But look at Mac, I'm thinking to myself, oh, obviously, this is what he's doing. They're probably thinking the same thing in different cultures and thinking maybe, you know what I mean? But he's not genuine. Like, there's one way of respecting another culture and celebrating another culture. There's ways. Like, I'm telling you, there's ways. Let's keep moving on. Let's go.
Yeah, we serve him like man to the Iceland till. These are cold bars for real, but no rhythm blue pill. But I prefer when it's my name, the head up on the bill, cause on the real, none of them men are better than Will. Will's too sharp, them men are rhubarb. It was God's plan for slew you, dog. Wrote up your pen game, 2 marks. Out here.
See, look. He used not Kendrick. Him and Kendrick had used Drake's title of his song, God Plan. It was God Plan to slew you, dog. But then in not like us, Kendrick says, Family Matters isn't a truth for the matters. It's God's plan to show you the lie. You know what I mean? So yeah.
It's one big funeral yard, big fraud. Don't walk it out, your security guard. Take duffy man bars. Didn't push a teach you nothing in a while. Act like you won't get a gun back to the job. Go back.
Okay, yeah. So I thought this was before Pusha T, but it's obviously like I can't remember the timeline, but the fact that you referenced Pusha T, it goes to show you that it shows you the
Here's one big funeral yard, big fraud. Don't walk it out, your security guard. Take duffy man bars. Didn't push a teach you nothing in a while. Act like you won't get a gun back to the job. Go back and take care of your babies. That isn't impressing the London ladies. You're out here in a Maybach Mercedes. Man will spray that up for graffiti ratings. When I say this, man will start hating. None of us check for your playlist. Only on Spotify, only on streaming. But we don't fuck with that shit on the street thing. It's not a meek thing. You couldn't go back to back with me, king. I got straps to leave your back leaking. Now let me see you carry Grime on your back for an evening.
Back to back, I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that on the record. Hey, listen. Back to back, I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. Hey, listen, shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man.
As I'm speaking, man, I gotta know about greetings. Man, I out screaming UK damage, but it's no R&B thing. You're a bitch thing carrying feelings. One of them should have showed you about wheeling. Heard, man, I got you on a chief thing, yet you wanna come up in a grime scene beefing. I run up in a stadium squeezing. When I'm defending my scene, there's a reason. The world's anticipating the day I'm releasing. Man, I gotta bring them keys in. You know.
You see. This is another reason why Dirty Doogz, aka OG Roots, aka Dirty Goods, did this. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's doing it for the culture of grime. Do you know what I mean? It's like, nah, you're not gonna come here and diss us and expect to get away with it. And it's funny, Like, I promise you, and I could be wrong, you can leave an answer in the comment section below. Did Drake respond to this? Or did he respond to anyone in Grime apart from Wiley? But I'm talking about in a diss song. You know what I mean? Maybe he responded like sneak dissing here and there, which is what he does. You know what I mean? Like, even in that Like That song, what what was Drake, what was Kendrick even saying? Wow, there's no way I should confuse Drake and Kendrick. They're two different people. What was Kendrick saying? You know what I mean? About sneak dissing. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Jesus, you're a user, the definition of culture abuser. If it wasn't days of a computer, I run up on a boy with a 16 shooter. Man, I boasty, I got hits with Luther. Now I see the sunshine in the future. Man, I look Lambos and I got my Rambo. If you ever slip outside Nando's, go and tell a man that it's been tangled. Now we're gonna trade places Randolph. Step out your penthouse, you're getting banged though. Big dub plate man's gonna let the fans know. You can't try me, I'm grimy, I'm Wiley. Man, I've been done from the 90s. I'm grime daily and nightly. I'm likely to run an MC trying to run the place like me. When I take ghost right in lightly, you get lightning strike if you bite me. You say my name, it doesn't hype me, but you gotta respect my name or fight me. Now what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Welcome to London, grime is grime. Head start rolling, dub start flying. This is my podium, not the timeline. You were jealous of XXXTENTACION. To me, you're just one big fascio. You took his style and used it on key.
I'm so glad it took me a while to get back to, because I wanted to react to this a while ago, right? But I'm glad I'm reacting to it now. Because I thought I react. No, I didn't. I've heard it before, obviously, but I haven't reacted to it. But basically, the reason why I'm saying this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, by the way, is because you see in the Super Bowl halftime show, which is a documentary, which I'm gonna see if I can react to that, depending on how NFL do their thing. I'll try to react. But like, Kendrick Lamar basically has a like in the X, that was to represent XXXTENTACION. There's a reason why. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is, Kendrick is so strategic with everything he does that even when you think you know of something that he's doing or said or whatever that means, sometimes you may misinterpret it, or sometimes you may miss out on what that means. But the very fact that Dirty Doogz, I'm always going to call him Dirty Doogz, because from the day I knew of Dirty Goods, aka Dirty Doogz, that was his name, all right? You know what I mean? Now, I'm telling you, look, all you got to do is replace the D with the G, and it's Dirty Doogz. You know what I mean? That's, anyway. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's just so interesting hearing this. And XXXTENTACION had a situation. If you see my reaction to Noah's Live, I reacted to about the whole Drake situation, and with a documentary by Patrick CC and that. And it's like the fun, not even funny, but it's like, it's just the connection between what tragically happened to XXXTENTACION and the fact that he was so outspoken at the time as well, to let people know, listen, I'm not having it. You're taking my stuff. You can't take my stuff like this. You can't bite my style and think you can get away with this. This is how I eat. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't say that bar for bar, word for word, but do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't be trying to take someone's style and trying to run with it as if it's yours. And it's so mad. When I was watching that documentary, I didn't even realize, like, I promise you, I didn't even realize till that time I reacted to the documentary that song that Drake, stole the style from, or that song, that Pacific song, features Gigs. Yeah. It features Gigs, right? And I promise you, yeah, Gigs is a UK artist, or he's from the UK. Watch this. Gigs knows about Dirty Doogz. You know what I mean? 100%. So, I just find it so ironic that when that song was released, I kid you not, right? Most people, especially in America, from what I could see online, they weren't feeling Giggs's part. Do you know what I mean? But when he would perform it before, I think they performed it in Wireless or they were somewhere and they performed that song and it just went off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always gonna give Drake his credit where it's due. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can perform a certain song and you know what I mean, and critics are gonna say, "Oh, it's this or that." You know what I mean? And then when it's live, it's a different vibe. Cool. So, yeah, man, I just find it so ironic that, you know what I mean, it's because of that situation, and I really wish. I don't know if he did at the time, like Giggs. I don't know whether he mentioned anything or said anything. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's not nothing for Giggs to really say because it's not his song. If you know he's featured on it, it's not necessarily his song. He's just a featured artist. So, but he still could have said something. If you're a stand-up person, you'll say something. Be like, yo, I didn't know this. You know what I mean? And then kind of help XXXTENTACION do his thing by featuring on his song. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And just have... That's what I would have done personally. I don't know. That's what I would have done. You know what I mean? Let's go. Especially the fact that he's younger as well. So, you know, thinking you could take advantage of someone just because they're younger. You know what I mean? And new. Can't be doing that. Let's go.
Kiki, you gotta hit and put a hit on him neatly. I see you wanna be me discreetly, but it's the
Heard that. You heard that. I'm gonna play that one more time. You heard that.
See you trying to run the place like me. When I take goes right in lightly, you get lightning strike if you bite me. You say my name, it doesn't hype me, but you gotta respect my name or fight me. Now what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Welcome to London, grime is grime. Head start rolling, dove start flying. This is my podium, not the timeline. You were jealous of XXXTENTACION. To me, you just one big fascio. You took his style and used it on Kiki. You got a hit and put a hit on him neatly. I see you wanna be me discreetly, but it's the champion sound, I'm telling you, no bomb.
See, he said you used it, his style on for Kiki. I didn't know that. So that Kiki, did he use it for that as well? That's wild. I know he used his flow for something else. There was definitely that Giggs tune, the one that featured Giggs. Because that one that took me by surprise. And when they played it like side by side, I was like, yo, it doesn't surprise me.
The tech goes right in lightly. You get lightning strike if you bite me. You say my name, it doesn't hype me, but you gotta respect my name or fight me. Now what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Welcome to London, grime is grime. Head start rolling, dove start flying. This is my podium, not the timeline. You were jealous of XXXTENTACION. To me, you just one big fascio. You took his style and used it on Kiki. You got a hit and put a hit on him neatly. I see you wanna be me discreetly, but it's the champion sound, I'm telling you, no bomber world can.
Like, I don't think that the way he said it, like, you took his hit and put a hit on him neatly. Like, you have to pay attention to those little but major words, because those are major accusations. Mind you, XXXTENTACION did say, yeah, he did say, if anything happens to him, it was Drake. He said it. You know what I mean? He literally said it. He literally said it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's supposed to be some conspiracy theory or this or that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not. And here's the thing, yeah. In life, if you do something, especially immorally and unethical, that will catch up with you. It will eventually catch up with you. Yeah. You will be dealt with. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You can't get away with like doing things like this and think like you can, you know what I mean, live a normal life. No, you can't. You know what I mean? And the fact that some people think they can get away with it. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm gonna rewind it one more time and then yeah.
But you gotta respect my name or fight me. Now what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Welcome to London, grime is grime. Head start rolling, dove start flying. This is my podium, not the timeline. You were jealous of XXXTENTACION. To me, you just one big fascio. You took his style and used it on Kiki. You got a hit and put a hit on him neatly. I see you wanna be me discreetly, but it's the champion sound, I'm telling you, no bomber world can defeat me. Man, I paved the way and you can't repeat me. I ain't even met you like Triple X, but obviously you can hear that I'm a triple threat. Man, I getting bun quicker than a cigarette. In the UK, there isn't no bigger vet. London, man, I yamming MCs, and we eat MCs like rice and peas. You didn't try to take Kendrick at his element. Around here, I'm a permanent resident. Do you even comprehend?
Did you hear that? Did you hear what he mentioned Kendrick's name? I forgot he mentioned Kendrick's name. He said you tried to take Kendrick out his element. Nah, dog. Kendrick took you out your element because you're not even in that element. What we say?
Can't repeat me. I ain't even met you like Triple X, but obviously you can hear that I'm a triple threat. Man, I getting bun quicker than a cigarette. In the UK, there isn't no bigger vet. London, man, I yamming MCs, and we eat MCs like rice and peas. You didn't try to take Kendrick at his element. Around here, I'm a permanent resident. Do you even comprehend what you're getting in? I'm a gatekeeper, why should I let him in? You're a pagan and I won't paper, but you want a hotline, so thank me later. I know you thought it was over, but somebody should have told you I'm colder. I let it go like a revolver, and shots fly over your shoulder. Heard you be sniffing the coca, yeah, you done know man called you a vulture. You can't come in this man in London, road boy, you be found buried in a Minnesota. Out here, when your ear pop it's not soda, neither one of them tunes in your folder. I'm as sick as a bowler and as cold as a polar. Bear that in mind when you roll up, donut. Man I say dub plate, man I like hold up. Man I like who's this, man I say the owner. I'm the charger and the controller, and as soon as I find the plug it's over. Bitch! Man better know themselves, you know. Trust me. Man can't just come in London and bad up the grime scene, fam. Are you mad? Talking about was the Godfather. Man, I call him man goofy, and there's no dub plates flying back and all of that. Represent London City, fam. Come on, fam. You know better than that, fam. I taught you better than that, fam. Come on, man. Don't let man just budge you up like that and think say London some easy going thing, you know. Come on man, balance out the ting, Reggie. Sure. I've had to write the dub plate myself, you've taken so long.
Jeez. Alright, listen, shout out to DURRTY GOODZ, aka, DURRTY DOOGZ, DURRTY GOODZ, aka OG ROOTZ. You know what I mean? Like, shout him out, man. I respect him highly for doing this dub as well, this war dub. Like, and you know what's interesting? It's just the fact that he mentioned you tried to take Kendrick out of his element. And what did we react to just before that? Wasn't it like that? And wasn't that song released years after that? So what are we saying? Like, what are we like genuinely saying here? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we saying? Like, what are we genuinely saying? Because look, you see, when it comes down to music, right? Like, in fact, let me go to the comments real quick. See, look, I really like this video. I probably read the comment which I did. The GOAT. This was 5 years ago, by the way. Do you know what I mean? That was 5 years ago. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. If you know anything about grime, you know DURRTY GOODZ, aka DURRTY DOOGZ, is the GOAT. You just know. The man's got a tune called Battle Hype. Yeah, he literally, I will react to it another day. Yeah, he literally disses everyone within, well, mostly within the grime scene, using their voice, like mimicking their voice as if they're battling each other. Do you know how cold that is? Name another MC that can do that. There ain't no one I can generally think that could. And not only that, like the bars that they're saying, I'm telling you, we'll react to it another day. Like I could be here all day reacting to DURRTY DOOGZ. You know what I mean? All day. I'm not even playing around with you. Yeah. Anyway, whenever you're late, set yourself. So look, 10 months ago, when you're late, self gets here after Drake, Kendrick, lots of London man done clocked the move years ago, moves years back, and inevitably this aged very well. Do you know what I mean? Drake clocked that he's rapping as if he was Wiley. What the f? Good is on another level. I must have listened to that again. Yeah, this is criminally slept on. Let's see one more comp. In fact, you know what? Let's go to the most recent ones. Genius. Skepta is busy riding Drake with DG. was being prophetic. Everything he said is true. True gold. See, I'm not the only one that says it. 2025, and it's still one of the hardest diss songs. Shout out from South Florida, someone from America. And do you know what I mean? You know, I listen. If you like songs like this, you like grime and all that stuff there. Aside from the like this and all that stuff there, if you like this type of sound, I will react to more of it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. You know what I mean? Because Chip is releasing a grime album. About time he releases a grime album, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like he's the grime scene savior. All right, cool. I need you to be working with RB as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see that. I want to see him on the album. Like, I want to see RB on the album. In fact, speaking of albums, yeah. Actually, no, I'll react to it another time. But now we're gonna react to something else. Yeah.